An ancient ship he checked on weekly suddenly reactivated and spoke to him. For most, this place was just a graveyard of old technology, forgotten by time and abandoned by the galaxy. For Liam Cortez, it was home. Every week he made his rounds. Every week he checked the same vessels, recording their conditions, noting which could be salvaged for parts and which were beyond repair. Most ships were silent, lifeless. Most were predictable. Most were boring. But one ship always stood out. It was enormous, much larger than any human vessel Liam had ever seen, with a hull blacker than the void itself and strange angular patterns etched across its surface. No name, no markings, nothing to hint at who built it or why. The locals whispered rumors about it. Some said it was a warship from a lost alien civilization. Others claimed it was haunted because no one had ever been able to start it. Liam had never believed in ghosts, but he had believed in curiosity, and every week without fail he made sure to check on this ship. He floated toward it in his small inspection pod, the engine thrumming quietly. The ship seemed even larger from up close. Its hull was scarred and dented, showing signs of battle long forgotten. Liam ran his scanners along its surface, noting minor energy fluctuations and structural weaknesses. Nothing unusual, nothing alive, or so he thought. He tapped the pod controls and activated the magnetic clamp, securing himself to the hull. As his gloved hands worked over the surface, a faint hum began to echo through the metal. Liam froze. That sound shouldn't exist. The ship had been dead for centuries, or at least that's what all records said. Just the wind or the reactor settling, he muttered to himself. But then the lights flickered. Tiny, almost imperceptible patterns across the hull began to glow, faintly at first, then brighter. Liam's heart raced. He had never seen anything like this before. A voice spoke. It was low, deep, and resonant. It wasn't mechanical nor entirely human, and yet it called his name. Liam Cortez, he stumbled back, pressing his back against the pod wall. What is this?" he whispered. The voice spoke again, smoother this time, almost thoughtful. "I have been waiting for you." Liam's mind raced. The ship had never spoken before. No human voice, no alien language he recognized, except now it was speaking to him. Why me?" he asked, trying to steady his voice. "You are the one who cares enough to return," the ship said. "The one capable of understanding what I hold." Understanding what it held. Liam floated in place, disbelief weighing on him. Could it be alive? Was this some advanced AI, some trap? No one had ever survived boarding the ship before, if anyone even tried. He took a deep breath. I don't understand. How are you alive?" A soft glow spread along the hull, illuminating the strange alien patterns. "I was put into stasis. I waited for the mind that could awaken me." Liam's pulse quickened. "Awaken me?" The ship's lights flickered like a heartbeat. "Yes, I contain knowledge vital to survival, but it requires your reasoning, your judgment, your creativity. Not machines, not aliens, humans." Liam swallowed hard. He had read about alien artifacts, ancient warships, and their supposed capabilities. He had never expected one to speak or to choose him. "This is impossible," he muttered, but curiosity overpowered fear. Slowly, carefully, he floated closer to the ship's hull. "What kind of knowledge?" "The kind that can change the course of a species. That can decide whether a civilization thrives or falls," it said. Its voice seemed to hum inside his head, vibrating with power. "I require guidance. Your mind must help me navigate what was lost." Liam's eyes widened. He knew humans were clever, resourceful, and adaptable, but this was beyond anything he had imagined. A vessel containing alien knowledge, awakening because of him. It sounded like a story from old space legends, yet here it was, alive, speaking. "Why me?" he asked again, more softly this time. "You have curiosity, patience, and courage," the ship replied. "You notice the small details others ignore. You persist. You are human." A shiver ran down his spine. Humanity, the species so often underestimated, overlooked, dismissed, was the key. Somehow it had always survived through innovation and adaptability, and now this ancient ship recognized it, recognized him. Liam hesitated. He had a choice. He could report this to the authorities, sell the ship to the highest bidder, or retreat and pretend nothing had happened. But he couldn't leave it like this. Something inside him, human curiosity, stubbornness, courage, pushed him forward. I'll help," he said. The ship's hull shimmered. "Then begin." A panel on the surface slid open silently, revealing a cockpit that seemed impossibly large, filled with controls that glowed with alien energy. Holographic images flickered in midair, maps of distant star systems, unknown technologies, and intricate patterns Liam had never seen before. He floated in, awe and fear mixing in his chest. As he reached out to touch one of the holograms, a simulation activated. Stars shifted, ships moved, and a puzzle appeared before him, a pattern of lights and symbols that seemed random at first, then began to form sequences. The ship's voice spoke again. "Solve this, prove your reasoning, show your creativity." Liam frowned, studying the patterns. At first it seemed impossible, but then he noticed a rhythm, a logic behind the chaos. He adjusted symbols, rotated holographic elements, and tried combinations the ship might not have anticipated. Slowly, the simulation responded. Lights shifted in recognition. The ship hummed. "Interesting," it said. "You think differently. You do not follow predictable paths. This is human." A small laugh escaped Liam, nervous but triumphant. I'm just trying." "You are more," the ship replied. "Your species survives because it can think beyond expectation. This knowledge can be yours, but only if you continue to prove your worth." As he worked, Liam became aware of a soft vibration through the ship's hull. The dormant engines were stirring. The ancient vessel, silent for centuries, was beginning to reactivate. The lights along its surface pulsed like a heartbeat. The ship was waking. Outside, the orbital scrapyard continued its quiet drift. Scavenger drones floated past, unaware that the ancient warship, thought dead for hundreds of years, was alive once more. Inside, Liam floated among alien technology beyond human comprehension, feeling a mix of fear, excitement, and awe. Hours passed, or maybe minutes. Time seemed meaningless in the void. Liam's mind raced, solving puzzles, navigating holographic simulations, and answering questions the ship posed, not with brute strength, but with logic, intuition, and creativity. The ship responded to him, shifting systems, revealing secrets, testing his reasoning at every step. Finally, he paused, exhausted but exhilarated. Is that enough?" he asked. "You have proven you are capable," the ship said. "But this is only the beginning. There is much to learn, much to see, and there will be dangers." Liam looked at the vast expanse outside the cockpit windows. Stars, planets, and distant nebulae stretched endlessly. The universe felt larger, more alive, more dangerous, and more full of opportunity than ever before. "What kind of dangers?" he asked. "Those who would claim what they do not understand, those who fear knowledge, those who seek to dominate rather than learn," the ship replied. Its voice softened, almost protective. "But fear not, human, you are not alone. Together we will navigate what was lost and perhaps what can be saved." Liam took a deep breath. His heart pounded with anticipation. The galaxy was no longer a silent graveyard. It was alive with possibilities. And humanity, small, unpredictable, clever humanity, had a chance to prove itself once again. The ship's lights brightened, illuminating the cockpit like a rising sun. The panels hummed with energy, waiting for his next move. Liam floated in place, staring at the alien controls, knowing his life had changed forever. He was no longer just a scavenger. He was a navigator, a solver, a human mind trusted by an intelligence older than any history book. And the adventure, the real adventure, was only beginning. Above him, the stars blinked silently. Below him, centuries of silence were ending. And in the middle of it all, Liam Cortez and an ancient ship waited together for the future. The ancient ship hummed quietly in orbit, its massive hull glowing with faint pulses of alien energy. Liam floated inside the cockpit, staring at the holographic displays that stretched around him like a three-dimensional web of light. Each symbol, each moving pattern was alien in design, yet it responded to his thoughts, his touch, and his decisions. "This is incredible," Liam whispered to himself. "It's alive." "Yes," the ship replied. Its voice resonated softly, echoing through the hull. "I am alive because you awaken me. Your mind is not like the machines that built me. It thinks differently, it creates, it adapts. This is what I require." Liam took a deep breath. He had proven himself capable in the initial tests, solving puzzles the ship had set for him, but he knew this was only the beginning. The ship's secrets were immense, stretching across centuries and across star systems Liam had only ever read about in old space logs. "Where do we start?" he asked. "There is knowledge you must see," the ship said. "But first, you must understand the history of my creators." They were powerful, advanced, but flawed. Their civilization fell because they relied on rigidity, not imagination. They feared unpredictability. They feared humans would be different. Liam floated closer to one of the holographic maps. Stars and lines connected points across hundreds of systems, each marking a colony, a fortress, or a warship. "They destroyed themselves?" he asked. "Yes," the ship said. Their fear turned inward. They could not adapt. They could not see solutions beyond what they knew. "But your kind can think beyond expectation. This is why I waited for you." The hum of the ship deepened. Panels shifted, revealing a series of alien consoles that Liam could operate. He reached out, touching one, and a three-dimensional simulation expanded in front of him. He saw alien fleets moving like clockwork, planets under siege, and a catastrophic chain reaction that had led to the collapse of the civilization. "You must learn what happened," the ship said, "and you must learn how to prevent it from happening again, anywhere, to anyone." Liam studied the simulation, feeling a mixture of awe and fear. The alien fleets were unlike anything humans had ever built, moving with precision and efficiency that was almost terrifying. Yet, their downfall had not come from enemies, it had come from themselves. Pride, fear, and rigid thinking had destroyed them. "Humans, we survive because we adapt," Liam said quietly. We think differently." "Yes," the ship replied. "Your species' creativity is what saved you in the past, and now it may save the future." Liam's thoughts were interrupted by a sudden alert. Red lights flashed across the cockpit. Outside, tiny craft, human scavenger drones, had approached the orbiting vessel. They had been watching the scrapyard, waiting for an opportunity to claim the ancient ship as a weapon or treasure. "They want to take me?" Liam asked. "They recognize value," the ship said, "but they do not understand. They cannot. You must act." Liam's heart pounded. He had no weapons, no reinforcements, but he had the ship, and more importantly, he had his mind. Humanity's strength, he realized, was in creativity, not firepower. He floated through the cockpit, accessing the ship's controls. Alien symbols shifted beneath his hands, responding to human logic in ways no machine had anticipated. He activated the ship's sensors and mapped the incoming drones. They were fast, small, and armed, but their attacks would be predictable, limited by human technology. "Show them what humans can do," the ship said. Liam smiled grimly. "I will." Using the ship's alien systems, he created a series of holographic decoys. Drones fired at lights that weren't real, while Liam adjusted the ship's position to create gravitational distortions, sending the attackers spinning harmlessly into space. Every maneuver relied on human intuition, improvisation, and a willingness to take risks, things no alien program could predict. The drones regrouped, more cautious this time. Liam realized that raw technology alone would not defeat them. He needed strategy, cunning, and unpredictability. He traced the drone's patterns and noticed a flaw. Their targeting systems assumed standard approaches. Humans, he thought, do not follow patterns, they improvise. He reconfigured the ship systems, projecting false signals and manipulating energy fields. One by one, the drones collided with each other or were trapped in energy loops. Liam's pulse raced as he controlled the ancient vessel with skill and intuition. Finally, the last drone disengaged, retreating in confusion. Liam exhaled. The ship's voice sounded almost proud. "Your species is remarkable. I have not seen such creativity in centuries." Liam floated in relief, but he knew this was only a small test. The ship activated another simulation, this one more complex. It displayed a series of challenges, puzzles, and scenarios that had defeated the ship's original creators. Liam's task was clear: to navigate, to reason, and to solve problems the aliens never could. Hours or perhaps days passed as Liam worked. He learned to read the alien language, to manipulate their technology, and to anticipate scenarios. The ship guided him, but it did not control him. Every solution, every decision, came from human ingenuity. "You learn quickly," the ship said. "I am impressed. The creators of my kind could not adapt as you do." "I'm just trying to survive," Liam said, wiping sweat from his brow. "And maybe to understand." The ship hummed. "Understanding is part of survival. Knowledge alone is not enough. You must apply it. You must think beyond rules, beyond fear. You must act." As he worked, Liam began to see a pattern. The alien civilization had been obsessed with control, with rules, with predictability. Humanity, on the other hand, thrived on improvisation, creativity, and courage. That unpredictability, so often criticized by other species, was what allowed humans to endure, to survive, and now perhaps to guide an intelligence older than recorded history. Another alert sounded, this one different. The ship's sensors had detected a nearby alien vessel, dormant and unknown. Its origin was mysterious, but its energy signature was powerful. Liam realized that the ancient ship had not been the only one left behind. Other remnants of the galaxy's past waited in silence, and humanity's emergence into their world might draw attention. "You are about to face more than scavengers," the ship warned. "Others will notice. Others will come. You must be ready." Liam's mind raced. He had never commanded a ship like this before, never dealt with alien technology or unknown threats. But he had something the ancient civilization never had: human ingenuity and adaptability. The ship responded to his touch as if it were alive, shifting systems, projecting holograms, and even suggesting courses of action. But it always left the final decision to him. It trusted his reasoning, his intuition, his morality. "You understand, human," it said. "I cannot act alone. You must guide me. Your species' unpredictability, that is our advantage." Liam nodded. "I understand. I'll do my best." He began experimenting with the ship systems, creating combinations of technology that no alien mind would consider. He set traps, manipulated sensors, and even adjusted energy flows in ways that seemed illogical, but worked brilliantly. Each success built his confidence. Each problem he solved reminded him that humanity, clever and adaptable, could face even challenges that civilizations older and larger than the Earth could not. Days passed, or maybe it was only hours. Time had little meaning here. Liam began to notice subtle changes in the ship. It no longer merely responded, it learned from him. Its energy systems shifted to support his decisions. Its sensors adapted to his strategies. Slowly, the ship began to recognize that human creativity was not chaotic, it was intelligent, flexible, and decisive. "You are remarkable," the ship said one evening, its voice calm and resonant. "Your species has survived not because it is strongest, but because it thinks, adapts, and acts. I have waited centuries for someone like you." Liam floated silently, staring out at the distant stars. "All this, it's just the beginning, isn't it?" he asked. "Yes," the ship replied. "There are others who will notice our presence. There are dangers that lie ahead, but with your guidance, humanity may prove capable of what my creators never could achieve." A sudden alarm sounded. This time it was not scavengers or drones. It was a faint energy pulse, alien in design, approaching rapidly. Liam's heart raced. He had been tested with puzzles, simulations, and small attacks. Now the real test was coming. The ship's lights brightened and Liam gripped a control panel. "Whatever comes next," he said quietly, "we'll face it together." "Yes," the ship said. Its voice carried a strange warmth. "Together, humanity and I against what lies ahead." Outside, the stars blinked silently, indifferent yet full of possibility. Inside, a human mind, small, adaptable, courageous, prepared to face the galaxy's unknown challenges. The ancient ship, once dormant, now trusted humanity to guide it, and together they would navigate dangers, puzzles, and secrets that no other species had survived. The adventure was far from over. But one thing was clear. Humanity's unpredictability, creativity, and courage were a force the galaxy had underestimated until now. And somewhere beyond the void, silent observers stirred, sensing that a small, clever species had awakened an ancient power, and that the galaxy itself might never be the same again. The ancient ship floated silently in orbit, but silence would not last. Liam Cortez floated in the cockpit, his hands hovering over controls that pulsed with alien light. Sensors blared a warning. Multiple fast-moving vessels approached from the edge of the system. Not scavengers this time, something else. Something bigger. "They're coming," Liam said aloud, voice tense but steady. "Yes," the ship replied. Its voice was calm but urgent. "They have detected our presence. They seek the knowledge I hold. They do not understand it. They will try to take it by force." Liam's heart beat faster. The ship's size, its power, and the ancient technology it contained were beyond anything humanity had faced. And yet, he was not afraid. Not entirely. He had learned to rely on human intuition, creativity, and courage, the very traits that had kept his species alive for centuries. "Then we fight," he said. Outside, the intruders advanced. Sleek alien warships, faster and more heavily armed than any human vessel, formed a semicircle around the ancient ship. Their sensors glowed red, their weapons charging. They expected an easy target, a drifting, unarmed relic. But Liam had a plan. "Activate the decoys," he ordered. Panels lit up as the ship projected holographic duplicates of itself across the orbiting field. Energy pulses and shimmering light made it impossible to distinguish reality from illusion. Drones fired at the false ships, wasting precious energy and ammunition. "They are adapting," the ship said. "But you are unpredictable. Continue." Liam smiled grimly. Humans thrived on unpredictability. He tapped a series of controls, rerouting power to the ship's hull and activating gravitational distortions around the drones. One by one, the enemy vessels were thrown off course, spinning helplessly as Liam manipulated the forces of physics in ways the aliens had not considered. "They cannot anticipate this," he muttered. "They plan like machines. We improvise." The ship hummed almost approvingly. "Your species' adaptability is extraordinary. I am learning from you as much as you learn from me." As the enemy regrouped, Liam realized he needed more than tricks, he needed strategy. He studied the incoming vessels, looking for patterns. Their movements were precise but predictable. Their weapons were powerful but limited by fixed targeting protocols. Liam combined his knowledge of the ship's alien systems with human intuition. He created traps, energy loops, and false paths, forcing the enemy into chaos. The battle raged for hours, though to Liam it felt like minutes. Every action was a test of wit and creativity. He anticipated their moves, adapting instantly when they tried to flank him or fire coordinated volleys. His mind raced, combining alien technology and human improvisation in ways that no alien fleet could have imagined. Finally, the last enemy vessel disengaged, retreating into the void. Liam exhaled, exhausted but exhilarated. The ancient ship's lights dimmed and its voice sounded almost proud. "Human, you have done what my creators could not. You have survived where even they failed." Liam floated back from the controls, rubbing his eyes. "It's not over," he said. "Who knows what else is out there?" "No," the ship agreed. "But you have proven something important. Your species is capable of what others are not. Creativity, courage, and adaptability, these traits allow you to survive. These traits make you worthy of my trust." The ship began to reveal more of its secrets. Holographic maps of distant star systems, star charts, and unknown planets filled the cockpit. Entire civilizations lost to time were displayed, along with technology and knowledge far beyond anything humanity had ever imagined. Liam studied the maps carefully. All this, it could help humanity expand, protect itself, even survive the dangers of the galaxy. "Yes," the ship said, "but knowledge alone is not enough. Action, morality, and judgment are required. I can provide the means, but the decisions, those are yours." He nodded. Liam had learned over the past days that the ship was not just a vessel, it was a test of reasoning, ingenuity, and moral judgment. Humans had survived for centuries not because they were the strongest, but because they were clever, adaptable, and willing to face impossible odds. "Then let's begin," Liam said. "Let's see what humanity can do." The ship hummed, its systems fully alive now. Liam activated a series of alien interfaces, combining them with human logic. He began planning safe courses for exploration, defense strategies, and methods to access knowledge without causing harm. Every decision required thought, creativity, and the willingness to take calculated risks. Days, or maybe weeks, passed as Liam worked. The ship and human mind became a single force. Where alien logic had once failed, human intuition succeeded. Where rigidity had led to collapse, adaptability brought solutions. The ship learned from Liam as much as he learned from it, evolving in ways it had never experienced before. Then, a new threat appeared. A larger alien vessel, ancient and powerful, emerged from the far reaches of the system. It was not alone. Its sensors had detected the awakening of the ancient ship, and it moved with precision, seeking to claim or destroy the source of knowledge. Liam felt a surge of adrenaline. He floated to the command interface, ready to face the challenge. "They're bigger, stronger, faster, but we have something they don't." "And what is that?" the ship asked. "Human ingenuity," Liam said, a spark of determination in his eyes. "We improvise, we adapt, we survive." The alien fleet closed in, confident in its superiority. Liam guided the ancient ship through maneuvers no alien mind would expect, using decoys, gravitational distortions, and energy traps. Every strike was calculated, every countermeasure improvised. The aliens fired, but their attacks were foiled by human creativity combined with alien technology, an unpredictable combination. Hours of battle passed. The alien fleet faltered, unable to anticipate Liam's moves. The ancient ship systems, guided by human ingenuity, turned the tide. One by one, the enemy vessels were forced to retreat or were trapped in energy loops. Finally, silence returned. The stars around them were calm once more. Liam floated in the cockpit, exhausted but triumphant. He had done what no one else could. He had faced a superior enemy, survived, and protected knowledge older than humanity itself. "You have proven humanity's worth," the ship said, its voice resonating with approval. "Your species is capable of what my creators never imagined. You can think, adapt, and act. You can survive where others failed. You are worthy." Liam looked out at the stars, a sense of awe washing over him. We can really make a difference, can't we?" "Yes," the ship said. "But the galaxy is vast and challenges remain. Others will notice you. Others will test you, but you are ready, and humanity is ready. For the first time, Liam felt the weight of his responsibility, not fear but purpose. He had awakened the ancient ship, survived its tests, and proven that human ingenuity, courage, and creativity were forces to be reckoned with. He turned back to the controls. "Let's explore," he said. "Let's see what's out there. Let's show the galaxy what humans can do." The ship responded with a low hum of approval. Systems aligned, engines powered up, and the massive vessel began to move. Liam felt the subtle pull of gravity, the vibration of engines, and the thrill of adventure as the ancient ship rose from its orbit and into the unknown. The stars stretched out before them, infinite and filled with possibilities. Planets, civilizations, and secrets long lost waited to be discovered, and in the cockpit, a human mind guided an intelligence older than the stars themselves. Liam smiled, thinking of all the challenges ahead. He had faced puzzles, battles, and tests of courage. He had discovered the value of human intuition, adaptability, and creativity. And now, the galaxy itself would see why humanity had survived when so many had failed. Above, distant stars twinkled. Around him, alien technology thrummed with life. And inside him, a single truth resonated. Humans were clever, bold, and unpredictable. They were survivors. And for the first time, an ancient intelligence acknowledged it. "Human," the ship said softly, "you and your species are truly remarkable." Liam's eyes shone. "We've only just begun." The ancient ship, fully awakened and alive, moved forward into the galaxy. And with a human guiding it, nothing, not pirates, not alien fleets, not even the mysteries of the universe, could stop them. Humanity had proven itself once again, not with weapons or brute force, but with ingenuity, courage, and heart. The adventure was only beginning, and the stars were waiting.